Hello E39 source. This is a bit of a impromptu update video on my 2000 Avus Blue E39 M5. It is now October of 2017 and I believe that I filmed my original intro video in September of 2014. So it's going on almost, well, over 3 years. Time's really flown by. So there's been a few things that have changed on the car since I last got it, as you can probably observe. I believe that my original intro video, I had just installed with Ryan actually, the OEM facelift Hella Gyro Headlights. There's a lot more on this car that has actually been facelifted since my last video, September of 2014. It's been an ongoing process. It's not entirely facelifted yet. As you can see, the taillights are actually the sole remainder part that give this car away as a 2000. There's a couple small things that you nerds know, such as like the max AC button and a couple other things, the slightly differently shaped C-pillars in the back. But yeah, so this car does have the split folds, as you probably can remember in the video, and plus my car has been on Ryan's vlogs too quite a bit over the years. And now have been a few changes on the inside of the car. It now has actually a brand new, as of actually last summer, so 2 summers ago, facelift OEM steering wheel. So let me climb in the car here, do a little overview for you guys. So Silverstone 06 SS interior, full leather dash, but Titan line trim actually is new. It has a 16:9, which I actually bought from Adam on Clemster on M5 board. It literally looks pretty much brand new. Like I said, a brand new OEM steering wheel. It still has, this car had the gray cluster installed under warranty back in 2003 due to the pixelation issue. So here's a little more of an overview of the interior of the car. It's in pretty good shape. One other thing, let me climb back out to show you guys, that is new on the car is I actually had, I don't know if you all recall, you can pull up the old video to compare, but I had this entire leather cover replaced. I also purchased it from Clemster on M5 board. It came from an 02 or 03 lower mileage car. It's in great shape and it matches the original hide very well. So that was a worthwhile purchase. Also replaced this trim piece here, as it was creaking and the mounting point in the back had broken off. Pretty common issue. Floor mats are relatively new. There's also been actually, this was actually a while ago, this was 2 years ago, but I had a E6545 shifter installed when I actually had the clutch done on the car. The clutch was original at around 100,000 miles and it was starting to slip quite badly. So I had that replaced along with the rear main seal. A little bit of Vanos. Quiets down. And there she is. Also has a Mark IV, which before it had the Mark II in the last video. That was ages ago. It's very fast. And yeah, this car is awesome, guys. If you do not have one of these and you are into cars, namely BMWs, V8s, I highly recommend you pick one of these up. Here's just a little overview of how short the E6545 shifter is. Pretty short, pretty notchy, but in a good way. It's smooth, slides into gear. Definitely a little bit more tricky when the car is cold, but it's a really huge worthwhile upgrade. I highly recommend to anyone with a early 2000 manual BMW. Definitely get the E6545. So as I was saying, I had the clutch done, the E60 short shifter installed, rear main seal, CSB, the flex disc, also known as the Jubo. So pretty much the car driveline clutch related is good to go for probably about another 100,000 miles. This car also has new actually Sachs struts. I know I'm gonna get some flack for this going with the OEM route. Kona yellows are pretty good, and I did consider them, but I am trying to keep this car as close to OEM and stock as possible. Now, it does sadly still have the stock exhaust, which the S62 is such a good sounding engine. The stock exhaust really doesn't do it justice. I'm thinking about getting some Dynan mufflers in the future because they sound pretty good. They're pretty boomy and they have that muscle car sound without being too loud. I was kind of tempted to do a muffler delete, but Ryan and Kenan and the other boys shot that down. So plus two, it's I don't know, it sounds good, but I'm just such an OEM guy that it would just bother me doing that. Another big thing that I actually missed, let me go a little bit closer, is I actually had the wheels refinished by Prince Wheel Services that are very well known, as most of you may know, for matching the OEM shadow chrome finish quite well. And they did a great job. Took out actually a couple bends in a couple of the wheels, which was great. Took care of some vibrations. The car itself has just been awesome. I never plan on selling this thing. There's only 18 of these in North America, and one of these actually just came up for sale. I'm not sure when this video is going to go live on YouTube, but it is now like mid-October, and one of these just went up for sale on Bring a Trailer with only 40,000 miles. Original headlights. It's a 2000 Avus blue, same spec as mine, and it's really clean. So if you guys are in the market for an E39 M5, that's a really nice one. I'm a little biased on the color combo myself. I'll get a behind shot or interior rear shot just of the interior of the car. The lighting is a little bad with the sun in front. It's a little washed out, but this was an entirely impromptu video. I was planning on making something a little bit more professional, and I still will, but I figured it was time for just a traditional update video. Stay tuned though. In the next months or so, I'm going to be filming with something with a little bit more production value, as opposed to just my typical intro update videos. I know I really haven't done many on the channel. This is probably the third time my car has officially been featured on the channel, but stay tuned guys for something a little bit different. Last thing, actually, I keep forgetting things that I've done. There's been a lot done on the car. Mechanically, I also did a full actually paint correction. I need to do some parts again with a smaller one, but there are next to no swirls. I mean, they're there. They're in some other spots of the car, but I mean, it's hard to get it to zoom. I'm just shooting with an iPhone camera, but it's just a great, you can just see the orange peel, but really nothing else. It's like a mirror. Which was a lot of fun. It was time consuming, but a lot of fun to do. Really made a huge difference on the car because it was pretty swirled before. The previous owner, it sat outside. Paint needed some help. And then what I was going to mention is the tint. I had tint installed. It is 40% crystalline, 3M crystalline, blocks out like 99% UV, and the big thing on the crystalline is it has a much higher, all the tint has a pretty high UV protection, but this blocks out a lot more heat too. I still need to get the windshield tinted, given that, especially because it has a leather dash, but that's the original windshield. It's pitted, and I will be replacing that and having it tinted outside of the car actually. So thanks for tuning in guys. I'll be pushing out some more content on the channel, and actually thinking about starting my own channel too on the side. So thanks for tuning in. You'll be seeing more of this car. Take care guys.